Was Andrew Huberman wrong in his supplement podcast episode? My name is Ben Kane. I've been in the supplement industry for over 10 years, marketing, formulating, consulting, and creating content. And admittedly, I'm a huge Huberman Lab fan. Here's 5 takeaways and feedbacks I have for the Huberman Lab supplement episode. Number 1, the definition of a dietary supplement. Don't get me wrong, Andrew's wildly intelligent, but he opens up the podcast on an incorrect point. And this drove me nuts. He's saying that this misconception stems from the idea that all supplements are somehow food supplements or designed to compensate for what one could otherwise get from food, and that's simply not the case. But ironically, that's almost exactly how the US defines supplements. Pretty much the best definition that we can give for a supplement is a non-drug that is a vitamin, mineral, herb or botanical, amino acid, or dietary supplement used to supplement the diet by increasing its total dietary intake. The only case where a dietary supplement isn't found in nature is if it's grandfathered in by being sold or marketed pre-1994 when DSHEA came out, Dietary Supplement Health and Education Act. New dietary ingredients must be found in the food supply or have a history of use in the food supply. Number 2, bioavailability of ingredients. He talked about really great supplements like B vitamins and minerals specifically, but failed to talk about poor bioavailability in popular ingredients of this category. Most minerals, if they're not chelated, are not going to be very well absorbed. Think magnesium oxide, terrible absorption. And specifically when he talked about B vitamins, I was surprised to hear him not talk about pyridoxine hydrochloride as a B6 as opposed to P5P. The difference in bioavailability between some of these ingredients and others can be the difference between increasing blood values and literally decreasing blood values. A big thing that Andrew said that I loved was bringing up matching label claim. Specifically talking about melatonin, he talked about the variance in quality of these ingredients. My only feedback on this would be to tell Andrew that the FDA specifically writes in their outline in 21 CFR 111.75, all inbound ingredients must be tested for identity and purity, and all outbound manufactured products, again, must be tested to meet label claim. Yes, there are wrongdoers out there, but that is not the norm, and that is not what the law dictates. This is something we work very diligently to spread the awareness of and to enforce better. Number 4 was melatonin. Now, I totally agree with Andrew. Melatonin actually is a hormone, and it is a little bit concerning, especially in youth. But I do think that a little bit of the fear mongering on it gets a little bit too far, because for a lot of folks who are traveling on shift jobs or who have just screwed up their circadian rhythm, melatonin can help them reset that, although I always recommend not to use it habitually. The biggest feedback I had on this podcast, though, was Andrew was great at explaining the basics. A lot of mainstream folk are going to watch this podcast and be better off for it. His talks about creatine, vitamins and minerals, sleep ingredients are incredibly valuable. Now, while we go really into the details about ingredients and their quality, I'm really happy that we have someone like Andrew creating content for everyone to understand better how to utilize science for their life.